spring, and now we expand it a little bit with the temple built on Mount Moriah, the area colored in yellow. 40 years of peace and quiet are Solomon's days. Nice and calm, but then what happens? He dies, and his kingdom is split in two. The small part will be known from now on as Judah, or Judea, Yehudah, 2 out of the 12 tribes of Israel, who was going to be counted. The larger part will be known as Israel, 10 tribes. And for the next, what? Benjamin and Judah. Now we have two kingdoms. These two kingdoms, small and big, are neighbors, and they're also cousins. What happens when cousins are neighbors? They fight nonstop, right? That's what we'll get for the next 2 centuries. But eventually, we'll have something coming which will be even much more difficult to deal with. The Assyrians. They arrive from northern Iraq today. They attack kingdom after kingdom after kingdom. Their method is very simply, if you surrender, great, you join in. You lose independence, but you're alive. If you fight, not only destroy, you're exiled. They destroy your cities and take the people and throw them away. And that disconnects people, leaving them shredded to pieces. The 10 tribes of Israel are taken by the Assyrians and exiled. That's why they're known as the 10 lost tribes. During these 2 centuries, slowly people build their homes outside the central valley up Mount Zion, the area colored in green. So when the Assyrians destroy the neighbors, the king Hezekiah of Jerusalem has a big city. He's kind of afraid the Assyrians might attack him as well. So he builds a new wall around the new neighborhood. He renovates the ancient walls. They're already 1,000 years old. And then he says, oh, wait a minute. The Assyrians might do what my great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather did, David, attacking the spring. He finds out that this spot in the new neighborhood is lower compared with the spring. So instead of going to the lower compared to the spring, instead of going to the spring, filling my jug and climbing all the way back up home, what do? They channel the water into the city. This is what is known as Hezekiah's tunnel, taking the water underground into the city. So those of you that are interested in the water tunnel, you understand that's the next tunnel. So the deepest spot in the beginning is up to here. Most of the way is below your knees. This tunnel was never ever meant for people, because if you walk through it, you don't want to drink the water. And therefore, sometimes the ceiling is low, sometimes it's high. They didn't really think of the tourist coming in. Whoever is going in, if you want a moment to change your shoes, get your flashlights out, and make sure there's nothing important in the low pocket, please do so right now. Who is not going in the water? Okay? Okay, fine. So what we will do is the following. In the water, you cannot get lost. Very simple. Why? Yeah, you just walk it and get to the other end. There's no side tunnel that gets to a different location. Unlike the outside. I will escort those not going in the water through a side route. We will get to the far end of the water tunnel before you're out. So we'll meet right there. It takes about 25 minutes or so to walk. So, in the next room, we're all going together, and they're split. I'll show you the way of the water. I'll wait for everyone to go in the water before I move on.